Hey guys, welcome back. John Megacycle here, another episode of Factorio. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. I'm going to start to kick off this episode with a little tactic called turret creeping. It's not very original, it's not very sexy, it's not very, it's effective is what it is, but it's not super thrilling to do. Freaking autosave. Here's what we do. We lure them close to our base or whatever, and we just set up shop somewhere. Dump up these turrets. They're gonna murder just like that, a whole bunch. And then we just slowly move in. Another turret. And I'm just gonna pluck one or two of these. Again, it's like a leapfrog kind of a thing. There we go, more turrets. The guys that are charging are gonna be damaged or murdered immediately by my turrets. So I could just go through and do stuff like this. Just keep moving up the wall. There we go. The turrets have a fair amount of durability inside of them. They've got a good amount of hit points, so I'm not super worried about anything that's going to get thrown at them. They're not going to get killed as quickly as you might think. We're going to have to do some repairs when we get back home to HQ, but we can certainly get a lot done. Just plop the turret there, plop the turret there, thank goodness for armor, load it up with ammo. And do I not have ammo? What the heck? Oh my gosh, this will take a fortnight. There we go. Also, the turrets do far more damage. There we go. Now, we've cleared out one of the nests of the inhabitants. We actually get these purple little orby things, which are alien artifacts. Those are going to be used for purple science. So it's good that we have a bunch of these around. Pick up all the turrets, walk back home, done and done. It's a very straightforward tactic, albeit pretty boring. So let's just do this. There we go. Put the wall back. Now later on with construction robots, it's going to be a lot easier. We'll be able to build up blueprints, and with those blueprints, we'll be able to just slap down new sets of turrets and walls and everything. It makes it very, very cut dry, simple stuff. But for right now, I'm just going to dump off this. Yeah, I don't think I can actually use. I can't make purple tech, can I? No, I can't. So I'm just going to dump this here next to our labs. There's that. Let's go ahead and repair up our turrets. Slap them down. Repairs all around. Yeah, 400 hit points is pretty significant. It's really going to help. As you just saw, the durability really pays off. Really does a good job just soaking up damage. Even if you don't want to use them for, like I just did with turret creeping, you can just use them to just suck up damage. It works out great either way. Now, we just slayed one of the nests, or a big pile of nests, I should say. What'll happen is now we've kind of kicked up the evolution rating, which is how quickly the enemy actually expands and techs up, so to speak. So there's small, medium, large, and behemoth-sized creatures, I believe. So we're just dealing with smalls right now. The evolution stage isn't really ranking up that quickly, so there's not a ton we have to worry about, but we still need to be cautious. The more of these creatures that we kill, it's going to jump up the evolution rating, making it more dangerous for us to, continue existing. Actually, while I'm here, I do want to upgrade these things to produce faster ammunition, because I'm sure we have plenty of steel iron just sitting here, right? Actually, you know what? We don't. Do I have any steel burners? I can't even make two because I need stone brick. Okay, well, now I've got two assembly machines on me. Far more important that we actually upgrade things as we need them rather than just upgrade one thing and then it become a problem later on. So let's see here. What's taking so long? Copper cable. Alright. Because we're low on copper. And oh my gosh, we are actually very low on copper. That's going to be an issue. The good thing is, though, running out of a resource, when we do, in fact, run out of resource, it's going to give us a nice opportunity to reposition our entire mining operation and really start from scratch on our layout. I don't want to do a ton of that until I get construction robots, however, but that's still a notable opportunity. There, Das ist gut. Okay, we're just going to redo this whole thing while I'm here. There's no point in me just leaving it like this and then coming back in 5 minutes and redoing it anyhow. Trees, please. Sorry, trees. I need the room, and you're unfortunately in the way. I'm sorry. It's just the way things are. I don't agree with the status quo, but unfortunately I have to stick with it apparently, because that's why it's called the status quo. And I'm out of those things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Anyway, I'm done with my dumb rant. I don't really have to stick with the status quo. That's kind of a dumb thing to say out loud. But anyway, I just want to get stuff going. I just need some more copper, be able to get some work done around here. And we'll just throw this like that. And like that. Alright, now the problem is this is all going to wean to one side. I do have a splitter. Let's do it the other way. There we go. So the normal line is coming on the right. This is going to come on the left. I'm hoping that's how that works. Either way, it'll spread it out a little bit so that way there's absolutely no blockage. And we're not producing enough to concentrate the line completely. But there we go. That just took care of our copper problem. At least for a little bit. Yeah, it's amazing how much of this wire we're just chugging through. Looks like we're catching up alright. We still have a bit of backlog on copper plates too. We have backlog on almost everything except red circuits. So what is taking so long with this? Let's see. I want to clean this up a little bit as well. I kind of want a splitter right here. Oh no, I can't. That was actually taking. Yep. Sorry there. Sorry, mate. Okay, that's all feeding nicely into it. Right, now I remember the method to the absolute madness. Oh gosh, I can't wait for droids. That's going to make everything so much more simple. Oh, why do I have this on me? Ditch. That needs it, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, trains? Trains, maybe? Maybe also the electric furnaces. What do these take? Advanced circuits, go frickin' figure. Stone bricks, we have plenty of that. Another solar farm, maybe? We're at that semi-crucial stage where nothing is super critical at the moment. Granted, our science is going almost nowhere because we need more blue. But I'm not ready to tear this all up. It's still that phase where I'm kind of attached to where my stuff is and how it's positioned. The bare minimum fact is I need more red circuit. This is an atrocity. So let's see here. Take. Here's what I want to do. This is the final output for the red circuit. What does red circuit need again? Electronic circuit, plastic bar, copper cable. Plastic we're feeding in from here. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Copper. And okay, so there's our copper line. That is putting that there. How was I getting green circuits? Oh, that was how I was getting green circuits. Okay. So, how do I want to do this? If I put down a chest, can I limit what's all in it? No, I really can't. Okay. That was the thing, because this was feeding directly to the machine. I need to get these green circuits the electronic circuits over in a different line. So here's what I'm kind of imagining. Just there we go. And then this is just going to be like that. There's our red circuits. Okay? That's the imagination I'm working with here. So, red circuits, copper, plastic, and electronics. Copper, plastic, electronics. Let's get the plastic line taken care of. Actually, one more. That'll do. And then I need 3 long arms. 1, 2, 3. And that goes there. That goes there. That goes in. Oh, no, all of it. All of it. Thank you. Cool. That takes care of our plastic requirement. Now, I still need a separate line here, which is going to deliver me green and copper plates. So let's get that, and I need one more fast inserter. Thank you very much. Let's get a few more of these things constructed, just so I have them ready. Now, still the problem. I'm still not getting away from the problem. I still need to get these green circuits over to where I need them. Also, I need the wire over. So we have our wire line right here. No problem. That can get fed in right into the system. So let's just do that real quick. Let's see here. How am I going to get both lines that way? Oh, do it the dumb way is what I'm going to do. Dumbest way ever. All right, there's our 2 lines. There's our copper. That's one right there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull this back by 1. That's going to allow it to still grab the grabbers and put it on, because we don't really care about that. This is going to take a smart inserter. Get out of here. A smart inserter. This is going to take electronic circuits. Very good. And then we're just going to feed this right back into the main line. And I'm going to take that. Thank you very much. I'm sure people at home are absolutely furiously screaming how ineffective I'm making this work, but I'm not a pro at the game, you know? This is again one of those things that I'm just having fun. I don't really get I'm not really super analytical. I'm functional, don't get me wrong, I'm functional, but when it comes to the super hardcore, get things figured out, get it completely dialed in, get it, you know, like down to the mathematical singularity, there's a certain point I enjoy to get to that point, and machines are beautiful when you get that far, but I just sometimes don't have the mind for it, you know? I just don't. But that's okay. If you're still watching, I'm still playing. Hopefully we're having a good time, because I know I am. Ding, ding. Red circuits, please. Okay. Now, this is a good example of the bus. We just pulled a piece of it out a little bit, and now we're doing what we need with it for the rest of the system. Perfect. And actually, you know, we could strip this long arm and pull right from this line as well. Probably not much of a benefit for that, but that's okay. Actually, you know what we can do is we can take you out and do that. There. Cleaned up the system a whole bunch right there. That looks a lot cleaner to me. I like that very much. Okay. Smart inserters for the win again. Now, we're starting to get some solid, some solid red componentry. Now, still back to our next bottleneck is still the wire. Look at that. Look at how quickly that's just getting sucked up. That's insane. So, what is our real bottleneck? Placement. Look at that. 3, 2, 1. It's taking forever to just get it on the line. There we go. Much better. And what does the recipe take? I mean, what does it produce? It produces 2, right? 2 copper cable. Yep. There we go. Now I feel much better about our predicament. Well, I did. There we go. Okay. Good, good. So now let's check on other parts of the line. Yeah, if I want to change anything, I'm gonna have to really modify. Oh, that's enough of that. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, a bunch. Perfect. That gets out of my inventory, please. Anyways, I was going to say is anything that we want to really add or modify here, we're going to have to really ramp up production. Iron and copper, we're going to have to double those or something. I'd like to get electric furnaces going on. From a pollution perspective, there's also a difference. Energy consumption is 180 kilowatts. The electric one produces, I mean, it requires it as energy. It has the same crafting speed as the steel furnace. The other thing is it also has module slots, which is really cool. We'll be able to modularize. We'll be able to add modules later on. So that's good. But again, using electricity means we can gut all this and save more on our coal. Coal is going to be more effective later in the game for weaponry. But here's what I want to do. We have way too much of this stuff that's not being mined. There we go. I want to get, like I said, I always want to just get this stuff out of the ground. I don't want it just sitting there. It's not doing us any good. So even if we're not processing it, I want it at least stored up. And let's just do ourselves a favor. I'm going to take all this coal. We're going to fill up these bad boys. Yep, as expected. Okay, while we're sitting around, let's get crafting. I'm going to need 2 train stops wherever we're going. I'm going to need a crap ton of curved rail, I'm sure. And let's just do the rest in straight rail. There's the rest of the coal. Thank you very much. Awesome. Logistics research complete. Let's see, what is next? How about energy efficiency modules first? They decrease the energy consumption of machines. The first level one actually reduces energy consumption by 30%. Might not sound like a lot, but you put 2 of those chips in there, and that huge energy hogging electric furnace actually seems a lot more reasonable on your power grid. Especially considering if your laser turrets are firing and they're sucking up a lot of juice, that could be really problematic when you run out of pow for your turrets. Let's see, what else? Poison capsule, combat shotgun, slowdown capsule, all very cool. What is more important? Rail signals don't need right now. Let's see here. Effect transmission would be really cool. Advanced oil processing. Yes, please. Holy crap, yes, please. Yes, 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 please. Okay, I have a total of 39 solar panels and 24 basic accumulators. I think what I want to do is I want to set up another solar plant. I'm kind of running out of room in that corner over there, and I don't usually like destroy my solar arrays. I want to give myself enough room over here. Oh my gosh, go away, rock. Thank you. Sooner or later, this iron's going to go away, opening up a lot more room for us. So I'm not super interested in, like, I don't know, waiting for it or blowing it up or anything. What we can do, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You just set up another little node right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And let me guess, that's my last one. Nope, we're good. I am just obsessed with solar. And the good thing is we had all that automation doing this all for us. I didn't have to handcraft any of this crap. It's awesome. Ding, 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 ding. And seal the deal. Excellent. What is that sitting us at about? We're producing 10. We're producing more than double. Whoa, what the crap? The production just dropped. Oh, I guess I don't need steam anymore, because now the solar's really kicking on. Okay, very good. Okay, also good. We're actually starting to mass produce all of our Oh yeah, we've got a lot of straight rail, which is good. Once we find a mining facility, we're going to want to freight back as much of that crap as possible as quickly as possible. Uh, I think there's a problem with the textures. See how these are gray and these are filled in? Weird. Anyway, what the crap was I just about to do? Oh, gates. I don't need gates right now. So many options, so many things to do. I still need to find a new iron source, don't I? We have some cute plots here. That's where the money is, down there. That's where the real deal is going to be. Let's actually get 2 more radars. I'm just so jumpy right now. I don't even know why I'm so spastic and like, let's do this thing, let's do this thing, let's do that thing. But maybe that's just the way it is. That's the way my brain operates. But maybe it's more the game as well. Because again, I think it's still that sense of accomplishment that once you do one thing, it's like, yes, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. And there's enough of that feeling of accomplishment that makes me want to keep going. Like, I've played this game for hours. I think my last world I'm on, I don't know, 50 some odd hours? No, 62 hours, something like that. Which there's still tons more I want to do. I'm not calling that quits at all. It looks like if I put this in the upper left corner, it's going to be a waste, considering it looks like mostly ocean up there. No aliens can cross through the ocean at this time. Whatever version of this game is on, the Steam release, they don't cross ocean, which is great. Kudos to whoever made that a choice. So I'm just gonna dink and dink. There we go. Now, even after they're done scanning, even after the radars are done scanning, so these that have been shifted may have been done. Like, that might be all they can search. They'll actually reveal little plots when they do their scan, and you'll get full visual of that chunk for, I don't know what it is, a couple of seconds or so. Something, I don't know. It could be like 5-10 seconds. I only ever saw it once or twice, and I wasn't really keeping track. Okay, now we've got more red circuits coming in. I feel a lot better about that. We're certainly not overproducing enough that I can pull a bus from it and actually start doing anything else with it, but still. Oh yeah, we're just churning out these things. Are we... again, same situation. We're not removing them fast enough. There we go. Good. Yes, advanced oil processing. Holy crap. Now I need to redo my oil infrastructure. But that's okay. That's really going to get us a lot more plastics and other things that we need. Yeah, let's just do some red-green research for a little bit. Let our blue keep up. Rail signals is something we're going to need eventually. We don't need it now. Uh-oh, I'm pulling too much coal, methinks. Wow, I absolutely am. Take a break, boys. What I could do is I could have just put the slow ones in there, but we were so backed up, I almost didn't see the point to go easy on it. Okay, that's going to keep us going for a little bit. Either way, do I have supplies? I have steel, I have iron. I'm going to grab some more iron. And I'm going to do the cheaty way. Yoink, yoink. Very good. Yoink. Okay. Now, next up are the chemical plants. The chemical plants are what's going to do, so I need at least 2 of them. Where are they? There you are. You're going to see exactly what I need these bad boys for. Oh, do I need... Oh, I've got a good amount of... Oh, I'm actually full of plastic. Awesome. How are we on batteries? Very good. Yeah, this is the only way a single player can actually get anywhere in this world, is automation. If you've got a bunch of people that you're playing with at the same time, you can kind of get away with a little bit of handcrafting. Not that bad of a deal, but when you're playing by yourself like I am, this could get really crazy really fast if I'm not paying attention and I'm not crafting stuff automatically. So, the problem that we have is we need oil. Petroleum oil specifically, petroleum gas. That's the main heavy hitter for our whole system. It's what turns everything into everything else, so to speak. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split this into, I think it's called what, fracking? Light oil and heavy oil cracking. Fracking is a different process entirely, and I'm an idiot. That's okay. It's okay that I'm an idiot. I've come to accept that. This is gonna... Oh crap, that's right. I need water for the cracking process. So, you have to move. There's that. Oh, this is what always drives me crazy, is the need for water for this process. It makes sense. It really does make sense. It's just, I don't like doing it. Oh, I already have one. Right, because I pulled it all from my steam engines. My steam vroom vroom. No, let's just go above ground for the rest. Nope. Crap. These pipes in general are very, very friendly with each other. You have to be careful. Because the second you combine them, they will merge with each other, their contents, and that gets super annoying. Makes sense. I mean, once you fill it, you filled it. So, here's this. What this is going to do for us is produce light oil. So I'm going to do something like this, and then we're just going to connect the dots here. Ugh. Seriously, I need an automatic pipe thing, even though pipes are so easy to make. There's that. Now we have heavy turning into light. Now the light we can turn into petroleum, like I mentioned a moment ago, which is easy to do as well, and we can feed that right into our system. So let's see here. I know I have another chemical plant somewhere around here. I'm sure water's going to be on the right? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? That would be silly if it wasn't. Doggone it. That's so stupid. Either way, enough of the complaints. Let's get this sucker set up. There's that. And you are light. Thank you. There's our water. Now because we did the underground, they're not so friendly. There we go. We're now producing petroleum. Now, the most heavily used good that we have is now being circulated into other things. So, now thanks to this other setup, now we actually have a good amount of resources coming in. Now, I'm also going to want to work on solid fuels. Solid fuels can be made from anything, but it's best made out of light oil like this. It's a one ratio. We could make it with petroleum, but we're still using that for other things. I'm sure if you do the math, it could be completely wrong on what's what. So let's see. It takes 4 heavy to make 3 light. Is that right? Yeah, 4 heavy to make 3 light. Okay. Something else that's really simple. Alien tech? It opens up a lot of really heavy stuff I don't think we're really ready for. I should do shotgun damage. I haven't even touched that stuff. Substation, that would be awesome. Not really necessary. Let's do let's see, logistic robot speed. Why not? I am gonna need these bad boys for our railroad station, I'm sure. So let's at least get the level 1 stuff done. Anyway, I was trying to say that we can frack this all the way down to petroleum, and petroleum is, I guess, the easiest things to use because everything requires petroleum on some level. So what we can do is we can also take this heavy stuff. Heavy stuff is going to be used for lubricant later on, which we don't really need at the moment. I actually could just make a lubricant facility right now. I might as well. So 1, 2. 1 is going to be for lubricant from the heavy, and we're going to turn the light, I think, into solid fuel. So once we get this, we're going to branch off right here, and we're just going to set up a solid fuel facility. That's one of the things, is always make sure you have plenty of room for your oil production, fabrication, everything. The thing that always got me, at least in my single player world, was I had never enough room for it, and it just turned into an absolute freaking mess. Uh, Solid fuel, one light oil, total raw, water, and that's a weird thing. Why did it say that? Do you see this? Total raw, water, and oh, because it has the fracking all the way down, I guess? Either way, this requires some light oil, and that's it. So, same deal with this. Just bring this over here, and then some regular pipes, which I now totally don't have. Boop, boop. Cool. That's all we need. That's going to produce solid fuel. Solid fuel is, a solid. So we're just going to do that. That's going to be great for trains and other stuff later. So that's just another product I just wanted to set up and be done with. I didn't actually connect that, did I? Womp womp. There we go. Now we've got a lot of these products that are starting to be diversified, which is great. We could also completely ramp up our plastic production by a ton. Really all we needed was the petroleum, which we have, but what I'm trying to say is we needed coal. That chest is full though, so I'm going to leave that be for right now. This needs, of course, more plates that we're not doing anything with. That's fine. And what was, oh, lubricant. That was the other thing I was going to do. I have plenty of iron from our piping, so that's good for me. So let's see here. How do I want to do this that doesn't look like suck on ice? I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with it. Lubricant. There we go. Now we're at least producing lubricant. I don't need it right now, but I at least wanted to get the infrastructure set up for it. That's going to save me some time later. Lubricant is what's going to... I can't use it now, but that's going to get us the next level of splitters, belts, and underground belts. We need lubricant for that. We also need lubricant for some engines and such. Speaking of which, we should really start talking about roboports, trains. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. Okay, logistic robot speed 1. What about speed 2? How much blue do we have? Oh, we're stocked up on blue, son. Let's get our lab efficiency level 3 done. That's going to take a while as well. Either way, oh gosh, we have roboports, we have trains, we have different processing facilities, we have everything. We have everything that we need to work on next episode. I gotta call it here. Thanks for joining me, guys. Another episode of Factorio in the books. I'm John Megacycle. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.